What's good, YouTube? Akil here, back with another video, and today I want to share some reseller essentials with you guys. Now, I made a video like this a couple years ago, but I just wanted to give you guys like an updated approach to what it is that I use on a daily basis now, because I think at that time I was more so selling a lot of men's clothing, but now I'm selling mainly hard goods and used electronics. So I think some of the items that I use on a typical day-to-day is just a little different, and it might help some of you guys kind of plan out what it is that you may need for your reselling business. So if you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get it. Alright, y'all, so the first essential is definitely a photo taking station. This is also my photo station slash shipping station. So anytime I get an item here, I usually would just turn on these two lights. These two lights are from Linco, and I'll definitely try to find any links for these on Amazon. I'll make sure I put the affiliate links so you guys can check that out. But for me, I always think that it's imperative that you get some good lights just so that you can light your items properly, and it can kind of highlight any flaws or any issues that may be, you know, within the photograph. But at the end of the day, using some nice bright white lights just make the photos look way more professional. This backdrop, I remember I actually got this out of the trash. Somebody was throwing this out. This was from, I believe this was from like an art drafting table, this plastic cover, and I just saw this in the trash and I instantly thought this would be the perfect thing for me to take photos on. And I've had this for at least 4 years now. So if you don't have something like this, which of course I'm sure most people don't, you can easily use those big white trifold boards that people would use for science projects back in the day. You can definitely use some of that, or just a white sheet, or just any background for that matter, just as long as it's simple and non-distracting. Now, moving on to the next essential is actually something that I use on a daily basis, and this is my shipping scale. Now, this basically weighs items in ounces as well as pounds, and this brand on this one is Dymo. I actually found this in the thrift store a few years ago. I've had this scale for at least 4 years now, and this still works really well. Definitely happy with that. But like I said, this one you can get just about any shipping scale, and they range from anywhere between like 20 to maybe 50 bucks. I believe the Dymo scale in particular is a little more expensive, but I'll make sure that I link this scale as well as some cheaper options in the description as well. But for me, I weigh all of my packages unless it's like a flat rate item that I know for a fact the weight just doesn't matter. But the majority of my packages, I usually do weigh them first. So definitely you'll need a shipping scale if you want to really just, you know, level up your eBay or just your reselling business in general. Now, moving right along to another essential. This is a huge essential for my business. This is a thermal printer. When I first started reselling on eBay, I was using a regular inkjet printer, and I realized I was spending a ton of money on ink. And once I started making more consistent sales, I realized how slow and just basically how antiquated the inkjet printer was. It was just really bad for my productivity. But these thermal printers are really efficient, print out super quick. This one is from Naflaka. I'll also make sure I link this in the description as well. But the previous one I was using was actually the Dymo 4XL, and I no longer use that one because after a while it just started to it just started messing up, printing out 2 labels at a time. Just started giving me a ton of problems, so I stopped using that one. But this Naflaka printer, I've been using this for the past maybe 3 or 4 months. I also did a review with them as well, so definitely check that out. But so far so good with this printer. The only thing I wish I was able to do a little better with this one was to print out my Poshmark labels, because as of right now, anytime I print out a Poshmark label, it usually prints out 2 labels at a time. So if I can figure out how to do that, I'll have no complaints with this printer. But outside of that, if you guys usually just ship on eBay or you have your own website where you ship out items, this would be the perfect one. But for me, shipping items out on Poshmark, this one is definitely not cutting it, at least for right now. So here are some more essentials that I laid out here for you guys. These are some that I use on a daily basis. Here is some measuring tape, and I actually use this for clothing, and I use this for my packages as well. So I made a video in the past where I told you guys that I ship out a lot of my items using Pirate Ship, and Pirate Ship actually calculates shipping by cubic rate. So you actually need to input the size of the package that you're shipping. I use this measuring tape pretty often, but I also use this for clothing as well. So I don't sell a ton of clothes, but anytime I come across a really good jacket or a pair of pants that can bring in some good money, I usually would add the measurements to that as well. So this measuring tape always comes in handy. And next up is this Goo Gone and rubbing alcohol. Now, people always ask me how I'm able to remove like price tags or just ink marker or basically just any type of blemish when it comes to some of the hard goods that I pick up. I know some thrift stores actually write the price on there, or sometimes when you peel off the sticker, it might leave some type of adhesive residue on there. Glue gun is definitely the thing to use for either the thrift store marker or even getting rid of some of that adhesive. So definitely try glue gun. Only thing I would say about this one is make sure that you guys are using gloves, because this I'm pretty sure this can damage your skin if you're just using it on a regular basis. So you definitely want to use some gloves with this. Next up is this 91% isopropyl alcohol, and this one is my favorite one, mainly because this one is a lot stronger and it's way more effective than that 50% alcohol. Sometimes I come across an item and it may have like a flaw or some type of stain, and that 50% alcohol just doesn't do the trick. But this 91% usually cleans items really quickly and easily, and this one just really does the trick well. So instead of using the 50%, I usually use this one. Now, I get a box of free shipping tape just about every quarter with eBay. I used to use the eBay shipping coupon for random shipping supplies like boxes and bags and stuff like that, but I usually just always put it towards some shipping tape, because this is really good tape and it usually always runs out just in about 3 months. So I usually always use this eBay tape. Next up are two more essentials that I always use. I guess you can just say it's really just one essential, but overall these are poly mailers, and these just make it super easy and super simple for me to ship out a lot of the first class items that I have, especially if you want to save money on shipping and send out some items first class. I usually would prefer just shipping them out in these poly mailers. Now, you can get poly mailers in a bunch of different sizes. I tend to get these for the smaller items and these anytime I need to use the pirate ship box in a bag method. So I'll make sure that I link that in the description so you guys can check that video out. But in a nutshell, basically what I do is anytime I have an item that, you know, is a little heavier or just like a big package, I would usually put that box in a bag. That way I can save money on shipping. So I made a video on that. So like I said, if you guys want to check that out, I'll put that up in the cards and in the description as well. But in a nutshell, you just want to make sure that you have at least a couple different sizes in terms of your poly mailers. That way you can ship out any lightweight clothing or any lightweight items that you have. And of course, you want to get some larger ones just in case, you know, some items that you find just won't be able to fit in these smaller poly mailers. So keeping things moving with some of the essentials is to order some of your free shipping supplies from USPS.com. So first thing what you'll need to do is, of course, set up a free account so that they can ship it to your home, or they can ship it to a PO box, wherever you prefer. But I like to get it sent to my house. And of course, you just want to start ordering some of your free supplies. So first thing I'll do is just show you guys some of the boxes that I use on a most frequent basis. So first off is this priority mail shoebox. I tend to use this for Poshmark pretty often because that's where I sell a lot of shoes without original box. But I also use this for eBay as well, especially for some hard goods. Now, another one of the most frequent items that I use when it comes to some of these free shipping supplies are these padded flat rate envelopes. Now, for me, the limit on these is I think 100. So what I would like to do is just do a pack of 10, and I would basically just max this out until it's completely full. That way I can always get 100 of these padded flat rate envelopes shipped to my house. And basically I'll do this order a couple times a month. That way I'll always have enough, because sometimes in the past I've ordered them and they took sometimes up to a month or even 2 months for them to finally get shipped out to me. So ever since then, I try to just stay ahead of the game and just order a bunch of them before they actually run out. So that's definitely a quick pro tip for you guys as well. And last but certainly not least, in terms of some of the boxes that I love to use, is this large board game box. Now, this box is perfect anytime I'm shipping out Guitar Hero guitars. I know that's usually a popular question that I get. How do I actually ship those guitars out? And I actually prefer using this exact box. But the good thing is that lately I've been shipping a lot of those Guitar Hero guitars via UPS. And UPS doesn't care if you use USPS boxes. And I'll usually just use this box to ship out some of those guitars. And sometimes if the guitar is a little too long, I'd basically combine two boxes together, usually this large flat rate box and maybe a medium flat rate box, and combine those boxes together. That way the guitar can fit, and just ship it out via UPS. All right, y'all. So I got one more tip for you guys before I get out of here. And I almost forgot to mention that UPS is another place where you can order free shipping supplies. And I was able to get 1,000 shipping labels for my thermal printer from UPS. Now, this was crazy because just a couple weeks ago I had to order some more labels for my thermal printer, and I think I spent 20 bucks on that for 1,000 labels, which was a really good deal. But when you can get these labels for free, you definitely just can't beat free. So I'm not sure how often you can actually get this. Maybe it's once a quarter, maybe it's once a month. If I had to guess, I would assume that it's once a quarter. But 1,000 free shipping labels is very, very essential, and you can definitely save a ton of money with this as well. So shout out to UPS for offering these thermal labels, because this isn't something that I was always privy to. Actually, one of my subscribers told me about this and I had to check it out for myself, and now that I know it's true, I'm definitely going to be doing this more often and saving a ton of money when it comes to buying more shipping supplies. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment. Let me know which one of these reseller essentials was your favorite, or which one do you use most often. And also let me know if there was something that I may have forgotten. Definitely drop it in the comment section as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. For the winner, 'cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner.